If functions are probably one of the most useful yet underappreciated tools in Excel. I find so many uses for them. Once you understand how they work, you can probably find lots of ways to use them, especially in data cleanup or in uh, recategorizing things or any dealing with things that are not not everything is the same. So here's a good example. We're going to pretend like we're on deadline. You've been told that there's a story for tomorrow about the city giving all of its police department employees a 1% raise, but everyone will get at least a minimum of 350. So that what that means is if 1% of their salary is less than $350, their raise will be 350. For everybody else, it will be whatever 1% of their salary is. So this is a perfect situation for an if statement, because what you can do is tell it to look for a criteria, what's 1% of their salary, and then depending on where that falls above or below 350, then you can tell it how you can assign the raise. Is it going to be 350 or is it going to be 1% of their salary? So an if statement is has three arguments to it. This is just my own little rendition. You give it a criteria to look for, and then you tell it what to do if it's true, and then you tell it what to do if it's false. So that's the whole idea. So let's look at this. So we're going to say if their salary, which is F6, is greater than 3 is F6 times 0.01, so 1% of their salary is greater than 350, then so if 1% is greater than 350, then they're going to get the 1%. So then we tell it, calculate the 1%, whatever that is, and that's what's going to get dropped into our cell if this is true. If it's not true, we're just going to drop in a straight up 350. Notice there's no quotes around it. It's not referring to a cell. We're just telling it to drop the number 350 into this cell. And notice that my three arguments are separated by commas: criteria, comma, true, comma, false, close parentheses. Hit enter, copy it down. You'll see that it's calculated that 3%. And you'll see right here, here's one that's 350. So what happened is the if statement looked at this and said, is 1% of 28,000 greater than 350? Well, no, it is not. So then it just did the 350. It just skipped right over the true and did the false part. Whereas on like this one, it looked at what is 1% of 66,500, and it said, oh yeah, that is definitely bigger than 350, so we're going to calculate that and drop 665 in this cell. So now we can very easily figure out what the new pay is for each person and what their new pay is going to be, and then we could also go down here to the bottom. It's a long list, and we can add up what the new raise is going to be. I believe that was G6 to G716, and the city is going to lay out $385,000 for new raises.